Hey guys, Thursday, June the 20th, 2024. I know, is the time to short Nvidia. I have been watching this stock. I haven't been trading it, but I think there is a possible turning point. And I am going to look at the chart. And this is for the very, very risky. Because if this plays out, the potential for a downturn move, the profits are very, very big. Look at this parabolic move from Nvidia at 140. In the monthly, on the weekly, there is no value area high to even search for on this stock. And this is a 3-month, and the value area high is at 112, and we're already at 140. Why am I picking today, June the 20th? There is a technique, how can I call it? A Gann technique that I use, and it's proprietary, and it is indicating today for a possible reversal. Is it going to work out? I don't know, but I want to put it out there for the ones that have big kahunas that think that, if it's going to work out, it's today, or if it's not, it's going to continue grinding higher. But out of all these days here, this is the day the technique decided to alert me. And you can see that volume was very negative, and you got this big, somebody's calling me, big, ugly candle. Not really ugly. It's just a big candle. Some big sellers. But it's weird that it's just happening on the day that the technique shows, okay, this is the possible reversal. And now you have to wait for price to confirm it. So I wanted to it's a kind of trade that I'm not going to short the Nvidia, and I'm not going to short the NASDAQ. What I'm planning to do is short the Russell. Because I feel like if this thing starts, this guy has been bringing everybody, well, not everybody, has been bringing the NASDAQ up. So you could do two trades. You could probably short the Russell, the NASDAQ, or you could short Nvidia or short the Russell. And I'm planning to short the Russell, but this is going to be my guiding point. And I think this is probably where it's going to stall. So let's go and look at our simple glance chart. First of all, we already blew through our monthly linear regression channel on the monthly using a 10-year. And it's very overextended, and now it's pulling back. So this is the first signal besides the proprietary signal picking today. Second, on the weekly, there's nothing. Well, the only thing I see here is a hockey stick. But other than that, it's still bullish. So very risky to go short here. On the daily, you are creating these divergences on the MACD going higher, going lower, while price action is just grinding higher. So it's still bullish. It's got a big reversal candle here. But, to be truthful, a big, pullback or correction one day doesn't mean it's going to change. No, I'm leaning more on the proprietary signal that I got for a possible turning point, which is today. So what I want to see is, tomorrow, a retracement, but I don't want to see this high taken out. If this high is taken out, then the trading plan is void. It's all contingent on today's high and this reversal. If we take out 140, then we scrap this trade. It's not going to work out because it wants to go higher. The trade is that it's not going to take out 140, and it's going to try to retrace, and maybe Monday continue pushing lower. That is the way the signal is. It's traded. On the midpoint chart, you can see how strong Nvidia is. It's already blew through 69, which is our yearly pivot high, it's like super over. This is like more. This is so overextended, bringing the Nasdaq, trying to drag the Dow Jones up, but it can't. Is dragging the S&P, and is trying to drag the Russell, and the Russell can't even hang. So this is one of those things. If it can't bring the two guys up, the Dow and the Russell, it's going to have to go down. And you can see still positive here, but you can see that the MOBO on the daily chart, which has already a crossover here. On the 4-hour, which is the weekly chart, is still positive. You can see positive, positive. Daily is negative because you are below 133. So I would like to see it go to maybe Friday, when the overnight session, or the US session Friday, fail at 133, but it cannot take out the 141 high. If it takes out the 141 high and pushes higher on Friday, then the trade is scrapped. This is not the day to go short, or to think about going short Nvidia or the Nasdaq. So let's look at the square of 9 on Nvidia. 140. We just went past 139, which is the 90 degree. It's a natural resistance level, and we went one tick over at 140 and pulled back. So this is another confirmation on top of the proprietary signal that I got, indicating that 620 could be a possible turning point. And we already hit the 190 degree right here. So this is very risky. This is for the big boys that got big pockets, deep pockets. I don't have deep pockets like the big boys. But if you're risky, this is an opportunity to dab into at least either short, I don't know, options or whatever. I'm not playing the shorting Nvidia. I'm not shorting the Nasdaq. I am going to be trading the Russell, leaning on weakness on the Nasdaq and Nvidia, because Nvidia is the one that's just dragging Nasdaq up. Russell is not participating, and the Dow Jones is not participating. The S&P is following along, is getting dragged by the Nasdaq, which is the AI and the tech and stocks. Pretty much the AI, pretty much Nvidia. All right, so now that I put that out there, let's look at the Nasdaq. Because this is the, what am I doing here? This is the Nasdaq. Let's close this out. NQ. Let's go back to our market profiles. No, this is not. I need to put this thing here. Okay. NQ. So this is max value area high was 12, and this thing just blew. It's in price discovery. Nothing there. On the weekly 5-year price discovery, nothing there. On the daily 3-month, this is a reasonable target if it's going to go down to find support. If you're planning to short. Right now, as you can see, bottom feeders, dollar discount, everybody. Oh, we got to buy the dip. Everybody's buying dip. And it's all contingent on today's high. If we take out today's high, scratch this trade. This thing is going to continue going higher. But if we can take out that high tomorrow, overnight session or tomorrow, and you take out this low on Friday, US session, it's looking interesting. It's going to be looking very interesting. Let's look at the simple glance on NQ. Was that the NQ? Yeah, that was the NQ because the thing switched here. We're not even kissing the linear regression channel on the NQ. And it's looking positive, very positive. Back the weekly is very positive. What's interesting on the daily, and I'll open it up, is that we hit a Tom D. Mark 13th candle. What was it? On the 18th. and the 19th, we got this high. My proprietary Gann technique was leaning on this date, which was the 20th, for a possible reversal. It's just interesting that it coincides with a Tom D Mark 13th candle kicking in on the 18th, and now you got a MACD crossover. On a daily is not as important, and naturally it's gonna find bottom feeders. Oh, we got a discount, we got to buy. But the key is, can we take out that high on this date? This is the most important day on the Nasdaq. Yep. On the weekly is looking good. Positive, positive, positive. Let's look at our midpoint chart. On our midpoint chart, it gets a little more interesting. Nvidia just blew through all these pivots. On the yearly, we just hit the pivot high, which is 2036.3. Interesting. Nvidia blew through this. This is BS for Nvidia. This is for the Nasdaq now. Major resistance on the weekly, and today is the pivot day that I'm watching. The Mobo's positive, very positive, but we just hit this. If you go higher than this, there's nothing else above it. This is the yearly pivot high that I have, and there's nothing here. This is all open space. So this is very, very important. This level right here. Can we go through it? Let's close that. On the monthly, we blew right through it. 13 TD9 candle. And I want to see, can we take out that high and can we take out that low? If we take out this low on Friday, I'm going to go aggressive short on the Russell. Maybe might even do the Dow. But very positive here. Push back. It's probably going to snap back. And I want to see if we could go down again for Friday or Monday. It might not even do it Friday. It might just kind of go up there and stall out. On the 4 hour, we need to stay above on the NASDAQ, above 2138 on the US session. If we have a tough time trying to stay above here, at least getting to at least this pivot high of 2026.0, anything, as long as it doesn't take out 2037.1. It fails this level right here, maybe this is the beginning of the turning point. On the 4 hour, it's already giving us it gave us that clue here, right here on the 4 hour, and it just continued grinding higher. So you would just have to just wait for volume and price to confirm it, and you just shorted hardcore, aggressive. But this gave you the early signal that is not looking good. And they were grinding it here. I love this indicator right here, especially on the shorter time frames. And the Stokes give you the sell signal there. Now on the hourly, which is for tomorrow's session, this was the weekly. Did I go ahead of myself? Yeah. On the weekly, you're positive. This is for next week. I was thinking it was the daily. This is for tomorrow. Friday. This is the level you want to keep an eye on. 2016.4. If it gets above that in the London session and it kind of goes sideways, then chances are it may want to, you got to deal with these levels right here, but it may want to test this high. But if it can't get above here or here, and then the US session, it starts going down and takes out that low, I think we got it. But we have to wait for this fail new high, either from here, from here, from here. This is a key level. This is the line in the sand, the midpoint, 2016. This one is 2021. This one is 2026. This one is 2032. And this is your high. If you take out that high, then forget about this video. It's going to continue grinding higher. But if we fail here and push out and take out that low in the US session at 1995, I'm liking that for the Russell to go short. that's my game plan. And I just wanted to share with you guys. And this is for the very risky thinking, you know what? We're not really always going to go to the moon. There always has to be a little correction. And with the Gann technique, I think I'm leaning towards that trade. I just have to see the confirmation. So I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to show you that. But the Nvidia is the one leading everything here, but can't bring up Dow Jones and can't really pull hardcore the Russell. So keep that on watch. Let's see how the next week and the next 2 weeks develop. But next week, U.S. training session on, Monday through Friday of next week. If we're not above 2037 and we are below 1996, this could be a possible short-term high. I'm not saying this is like the all-time high. Short-term high. And that will go also for the Nvidia. Short-term high right here. 620, very key date. I'm going to sign out. Hope you like this video, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts. I guess I could say Nvidia and the NASDAQ impossible turning point video.